obviously we can look at what Ohtani's been doing. We can look at his numbers. He's going to win the MVP. From you seeing him last year, what is a non-baseball thing that you're seeing different in Ohtani this year from last year? Whether it's emotion, whether it's just a willingness to actually talk, because he never really spoke last year with the
not
Angels.
this year either. Not this year either.
Oh, not this year either. Okay,
not really.
So that hasn't changed.
No.
What's a big difference from Shohei Angels to Shohei Dodgers?
It's the emotion, and it's not so much different. I saw the emotion spill out sometimes, right? And I think the interesting thing about Ohtani, I covered him during the World Baseball Classic. I covered him a lot when he was with the Angels. When the stakes get high, you see that emotion come out, and it's such a cool thing. Like, go back and watch his first home run from Game 1 of the DS, right? I think it was second at bat. And the way he threw the bat, the way he kind of like sauntered a little bit before getting to first base, like I've never seen that level of emotion from him. But just like seeing him get animated in those moments, like seeing the footage of him spill out of the dugout when the Dodgers won Game 5 of the NLDS. Like, this has been said a little bit about Ohtani, but the problem is that like we don't really have as much access to him, so we don't really know him the way we do other players. And I'm not saying we know any player intimately, but like we know more about them, what makes him tick. We don't know a ton about what makes Ohtani tick. And the one thing that's been said always about him is that he wants to win. He longs to win. And anytime he's been any semi-transparent, he's voiced that. When he met with the Dodgers this offseason, when he met with their ownership group, their front office, the one thing he talked about is he wants to win. And to see that actually manifest itself in his emotions spilling out the way it has these playoffs has been so much fun, because it's almost as if he has like this pent up sort of aggression that like it's not just that he didn't make the playoffs with the Angels. He never played a September game that mattered. He spent 6 years in Anaheim, not one September game that mattered. Forget October, September. So I think he longs for this. I think just how good he got, because if you remember at the beginning of the year, the talk about Ohtani was that he's not coming through with runners in scoring position, right? And now that's flipped. And to see how good he was in those situations for the stretch run in September, when the Dodgers were being chased in the National League West and they needed to win games to separate from the Padres and Diamondbacks, to see the game he had, and I was there that night when he got to 50-50 in Miami, and just like one of the greatest games that's ever been played, to get to 50-50, but also to clinch a playoff spot for the Dodgers. And just to see him show that swagger, show that emotion, which in Japanese baseball is kind of frowned upon, that's been very cool. And to me, it's indicative of a guy that wants this, that wants to be in this stage. And I got a little taste of that last March in the World Baseball Classic. And to see it for a prolonged stretch has been a lot of fun.
And I always try and look at it from a global perspective, huge for our sport. You need the best players in your sport to be playing in the postseason. I know I say this for the FT fans that listen to us every day, but Alden, I mean, we had Mike Trout for many years. I know he's gone through it, the injuries the last few years, but many years looking like the best player in the sport and the Mickey Mantle of our generation. Never got to see him in the playoffs besides the little Royals 5 seconds early on in his career. Like, that doesn't happen in basketball ever. You never get the top player in basketball just not playing the playoffs for a decade. That hurts. That hurts a lot. And that's our competition, grabbing young fans like that. So I'm with you. Yeah, getting Ohtani in the playoffs right now is awesome. And getting him in his prime still too, right? Like if it had been another 5 years and then you got, an older Ohtani, maybe not as good, like that sucks. So I'm with you. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Hey everybody, be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.